everybody. We are here for our 34th 2025 Bowman Draft Jumbo Break. Let me open up everything here on my end. Alright, we have number 35 out there for sale. Actually, let me see, do we have any spots left on 35? Yes, we do. We have a couple. Is linked to chat. That one has the Diamondbacks, the Rockies, and the Rangers available. And that's it on that one. Fresh in my stream here on YouTube. I know we're an hour behind today, so might not have people here live, but the VOD will always be up. I mean, for those who are able to make it. Actually, let me check my messages real quick. Okay, so for today's break, we have Francisco with the Orioles, Michael M with the Red Sox, Rays, A's, and Padres, John L with the Yankees, Mariners, Rangers, and somebody else I missed. The Dodgers. Wait, no, that's John L. The Diamondbacks. There we go. I have Shannon B with the Jays, Marlins, Astros, and Pirates. John J with the White Sox, Dodgers, and Giants. Jake C with the Guardians. Paul H with the Tigers. Christian with the Royals and Nats. Brandon H with the Twins. Andrew K with the Angels and the Reds. Brian H with the Braves. David C with the Mets. David D with the Phils. Norman C with the Cubs. Brian T with the Brewers. And the Rockies, Mike E with the Cardinals. Did I say Norm? I don't know if I said Norman C with the Cubs, but yeah, Norman with the Cubs. So let's finally get ripping. About an hour and 15 after scheduled time. Hopefully we can make somebody happy before we pull. We can forget about that. There's our box. Okay. We have Jake Monroe for the Angels, Theo Gillen, Rays, Dean Livingston, first for the D-backs, Aaron Lorenzo, Tigers, Dean Moss, first for the Rays, Joshua Lugo, Angels, Kevin Fien, first for the Rangers, Matt Barr, first for the Twins, Cade Anderson, first for the Mariners, Sean Youngerman, first for the Phillies, Cade Obermueller, first for the Phillies. Ty Harvey, first for the Padres. Tyler Bredmer, first for the Angels. Michael Salina, first for the Padres. Johnny Slowinski, first for the Angels. Cooper Pratt, Brewers. J.D. Dix, D-backs. Casey Cunningham, first for the D-backs. Josiah Hartshorn, first for the Cubs. Steele Hall, first for the Reds. C.J. Gray, first for the Angels. Ryan Mitchell, first for the Cardinals. Caleb Bonemer, White Sox. Murph Gray, first for the Pirates. And here's a blue auto. It's a Dodger. No, it's not an auto, sorry. Just blue. Ching Senko with the Dodgers. That'll be of 150. And that'll be going to John J. 007 of 150 on that one. Alright, for our Chrome, we have Jacob Reimer for the Mets. Landon Harmon, first for the Nats for Christian. Jesus Medee, Brewers. Justin Lampkin, first for the Royals for Christian. J.D. Dix, D-backs. Matthew Mura, first for the Cardinals for Mike. First rounder Ethan Conrad for the Cubs. That'll be for Norman. We have a sky blue chrome of George Lombard Jr. for the Yankees. That one's going to John. Refractor as George Lombard Jr. again for the Yankees. And first rounder Jamie Arnold for the A's for Michael. We have Michael Lombardi, first for the Royals. Travis Bazzana, Guardians. Aaron Watson, first for the Reds. Caden Bodine, first for the Orioles. Cameron Nelson, first for the Rockies. Kyson Witherspoon, first for the Red Sox. Connor Essenberg, first for the Braves. Seth Hernandez, first for the Pirates. Pico Cohen, first for the Yankees. Gabe Davis, first for the White Sox. Charles Deviland, first for the Dodgers. Tommy White, A's. Nick Becker, first for the Mariners. Hagen Smith, White Sox. Tanner Franklin, first for the Cardinals. Blake Mitchell, Royals. Luis Pena, Brewers. Cody Miller, first for the Braves. Aiden Miller, Phillies. Landon Vidoric, first for the Dodgers. Dakota Jordan, Giants. And we have an auto. It is an Oriole. It's going to be Ike Irish. Nice first round auto for Ike Irish. I don't know if we've pulled him yet. Might be the first Irish auto we've pulled. That'll be for Francisco. Here's the 19th overall pick. We have a chrome Jocelyn Lugo for the Angels. First rounder Gavin Fien for the Rangers for John. Matt Barr, first for the Twins for Brandon. Kate Anderson, first rounder for the Mariners for John. Cade Crossland, first for the Cardinals for Mike. Luke Dickerson, Nationals. Nolan Sailors, first for the Royals for Christian. Bowman Draft Night, we have Mitch Voigt for the New York Mets. That'll be for David C. Refractor, first rounder Seth Hernandez. Nice one for the Pirates for Shannon. And refractor Slade Caldwell, the D-backs. That'll be for John. Oops, too many cards there. We have George Lombard Jr., Yankees. Nolan Schubert, first for the Guardians. Cash Mayfield, Padres. Sean Gamble, first for the Royals. Luke LaCourse, first for the Angels. Ken Kepley, first for the Cubs. Braden Montgomery, White Sox. Ethan Hedges, first for the Rockies. Thomas White, Marlins. Johnny Level, Giants. Tatum Gray, first for the Rays. Jacob Reimer, Mets. Landon Harmon, first for the Nats. Jesus Medee, Brewers. Justin Lampkin, first for the Royals. Yadiel Ricardo, Royals. JoJo Parker, first for the Jays. Aiden West, first for the Dodgers. Devin Taylor, first for the A's. Enrique Bradfield Jr., Orioles. Easton Carmichael, first for the Pirates. And there's a fuchsia reptilian first for the Angels. It's Nate Snead, 15 of 199. That one belongs to Andrew. Nate Snead was a third round pick for the Angels. At Chrome first, we have Landon Hodge for the White Sox for John. Brainal Rodriguez, St. Louis. Joshua Flores, first for the Brewers for Brian. Johnny Farmello, Mariners. Peter Cusseau, first for the Mets for David. Max Williams, first for the Marlins for Shannon. Andrew Salas for the Marlins. Bryce Prospects, Jesus Medee for the Brewers. That'll be for Brian. Refractor first, Ethan Hedges for the Rockies. That one's for Brian. And refractor first, it's also Rockies again. JB Middleton, it's our second round pick. And Hedges was a third round pick. Alright, we have Jack Gurevich, first for the Cardinals. George Lombard Jr., Yankees. Nolan Schubert, first for the Guardians. Cash Mayfield, Padres. Gustavo Melendez, first for the Pirates. Malcolm Moore, Rangers. Ryan Sloan, Mariners. Colin Yeaman, first for the Orioles. Carlos Lagrange, Yankees. Billy Carlson, first for the White Sox. Tim Piacentine, first for the Jays. Ike Irish, first for the Orioles. Mitch Voigt, first for the Mets. Tommy Troy, Diamondbacks. Patrick Forbes, first for the D-backs. Gavin Turley, first for the A's. Xavier Nyans, first for the Astros. Miguel Samay Jr., first for the Nationals. Sebastian Walcott, Rangers. Mason Peters, first for the Mariners. And our Chrome, we have Cameron Maldonado, first for the Giants for John. First rounder Dax Kilby for the Yankees for John. Ryan Waldschmidt, Diamondbacks. Kane Kepley, first for the Cubs for Norman. Dante Nori, Phillies. Ben Jacobs, first for the Tigers for Paul. Sammy Stafura for the Pirates. Bowman Draft Knights, Eli Willits, number 1 overall pick for the Nats for Christian. Refractor first is Gustavo Melendez for the Pirates. That is for Shannon. And Peter Crusoe, first for the Mets for David. I got 2 Pirate refractors up here. We have Gustavo Melendez, first for the Pirates. Malcolm Moore, Rangers. Kyle Lodisi, first for the White Sox. Jack Gurevich, first for the Cardinals. George Lombard Jr., Yankees. Nolan Schubert, first for the Guardians. Cash Mayfield, Padres. Gustavo Melendez. Gustavo Melendez, first for the Pirates. Malcolm Moore, Rangers. Kyle Lodisi, first for the White Sox. Nate Snead, first for the Angels. Ryan Sloan, Mariners. Colin Yeaman, first for the Orioles. Carlos Lagrange, Yankees. Billy Carlson, first for the White Sox. Tim Piacentine, first for the Jays. Walker Jenkins, Twins. Ethan Frey, first for the Astros. Aaron Escobar, Phillies. James Ellinger, first for the Twins. Felon Celestin, Mariners. And an X-Fractor is upside down. It's not a first, it's Detroit Tigers. They were on Lorenzo. That'll be for Paul. Ready, Paul. X-Fractor it is. Chrome first, Mason McConaughey for the Rangers for John. Arjun Imila for the Jays. Quentin Young, first for the Twins for Brandon. Jackson Wiggins, Chicago Cubs. Anthony Ayenson, first for the Red Sox for Michael. Elian Pena, New York Mets. Cameron Miller, first for the Royals for Christian. Access insert, we have Jesus Medee for the Brewers. And that's going to be for Brian. Refractor first, we have Jack Gurevich, the rounder for the Cardinals for Mike. And Shotaro Mori for the A's for Michael. Mike Sirota, Dodgers. Dean Curley, first for the Guardians. Kevin McGonigal, Tigers. Mike Sirota, Dodgers. Dean Curley, first for the Guardians again. It's weird deja vu pack. Kevin McGonigal, Tigers. Michael Lombardi, first for the Royals. Travis Bazzana, Cleveland. Aaron Watson, first for the Reds. Franklin Arias, Red Sox. Ike Irish, first for the Orioles. Cameron Maldonado, first for the Giants. Dax Kilby, first for the Yankees. Ryan Walchment, D-backs. Eli Willits, first overall pick for the Nets. Caleb Blaze, first for the Tigers. Gage Wood, first for the Phillies. Gavin Keelan, first for the Giants. Sean Episcope, first for the Brewers. Tate Soothseen, first for the Braves. Corbin Dickerson, first for the Mariners. Jake Cook, first for the Jays. And our Chrome. He's over here. There we go. Alright. Chrome first, Chase Shores for the Angels for Andrew. Cam Caminetti, Braves. First round, Michael Oliveto for the Tigers for Paul. And a very oddly backwards card of Caleb Blaze. Let's see what it is. Just a Chrome. Detroit for Paul. Connor Griffin for the Pirates. Riley Kelly, first for the Rockies for Brian. J.J. Weatherholt for St. Louis. Prize Prospects. Ike Irish for the Orioles. Going to Francisco. Refractor first, Dean Curley for the Guardians. With the spec on it for Jake. Let's get that off. And then refractor first round, Riley Quick, Minnesota Twins. That'll be for Brandon. Curley was a third, right? Second. I about need some more sleeves. I'll just grab some. Open, please. There we go. Alright, we have Sean Gamble, first for the Royals. Luke LaCourse, first for the Angels. King Kepley, first for the Cubs. Braden Montgomery, White Sox. Ethan Hedges, first for the Rockies. Thomas White, Marlins. Jacob Reimer, Mets. Landon Harmon, first for the Nats. Jesus Medee, Brewers. Justin Lampkin, first for the Royals. Yandel Ricardo, Royals. Nate Snead, first for the Angels. Travis Sikora, Nats. Briggs McKenzie, first for the Braves. Josh Kuroda-Grauer, A's. AJ Russell, first for the Rangers. James Tibbs, Dodgers. Edgardo Quintero, Dodgers. Trevor Cohen, first for the Giants. Carson Bench, Mets. Brian Curley, first for the D-backs. Spencer Jones, Yankees. Antonio Jimenez, first for the Mets. Joshua Gonzalez, Giants. And there's our Chrome. We have Carlos Lagrange for the Yankees. First round, Billy Carlson for the White Sox for Jake. Tim Passantin, first for the Jays for Shannon. First round, Ike Irish for the O's for Francisco. Johnny Slowinski, first for the Angels for Andrew. Cooper Pratt, Milwaukee Brewers. Jacob Morrison, first for the Brewers for Brian. And in action will be of JoJo Parker of the Toronto Blue Jays for Shannon. And then refractors, we have Cash Mayfield for the Padres for Michael. And Liam Doyle, 5th overall pick for the Cardinals. Oh, and that will go to Mike. There's our in action. I'll put it down here. We have Luke LaCourse, first for the Angels. King Kepley, first for the Cubs. Braden Montgomery, White Sox. Rock Riggio, Rockies. Cody Bowker, first for the Phils. Leo DeVries, A's. Jake Monroe, first for the Angels. Theo Gillen, Rays. D. Livingston, first for the D-backs. Theron Lorenzo, Tigers. Jackson Wiggins, Cubs. Chase Shores, first for the Angels. Cam Caminetti, Braves. Michael Oliveto, first for the Tigers. Joshua Lugo, Angels. Gavin Finn, first for the Rangers. Matt Barr, first for the Twins. Briggs McKenzie, first for the Braves. Josh Kuroda-Grauer, A's. J.J. Russell, first for the Rangers. James Tibbs, Dodgers. Mitch Voigt, first for the Mets. And Chrome first rounder Charles Davilan for the Dodgers. That'll be for John J. Chrome Tommy White for the A's. Nick Becker, first for the Mariners for John. Hagen Smith for the White Sox. Slade Caldwell, D-backs. First round Brady Abel for the Brewers for Brian. Adonis Guzman, first for the Pirates for Shannon. And Anaxis Zier Hope for the Dodgers. That'll be for John. Refractor first, second round pick Kane Kepley for the Cubs. That'll be for Norman. And then refractor first J.D. Thompson for the Brew Crew will be for Brian. And a lot of good refractors today. Filling up that second row quite easily here. The heck, someone on the back here? There is someone on the back. What the heck is that thing on the back of our card? We have Ethan Hedges, first for the Rockies. Thomas White, Marlins. Jack Gurvich, first for the Cardinals. Dean Moss, first for the Rays. Jose Briseño, Tigers. Malachi Weatherspoon, first for the Tigers. Jared Thomas, Rockies. Brandon Compton, first for the Marlins. J.R. Ritchie, Braves. Kate Anderson, first for the Mariners. Sean Youngerman, first for the Phillies. Katie Obermueller, first for the Phillies. Charlie Condon, Rockies. Mason Neville, first for the Reds. Yolfran Castillo, Rangers. Caden Kitt, first for the Yankees. Tommy Troy, Diamondbacks. Patrick Forbes, first for the D-backs. Kevin Turley, first for the A's. Xavier Nyans, first for the Astros. Matthew Fisher, first for the Phillies. And our next auto is another Oriole. It's Joseph Zebra. That's a lame looking auto. Hardly any ink on there. But that again will be for Francisco, and I think he's a second rounder. Yep, 58th overall. The Orioles actually have 2 first rounders and 2 second rounders in this product. We have Chrome first Tanner Franklin for the Cardinals for Mike. Blake Mitchell for the Royals. Griffin Hughes first for the Mariners for John. Bryce Cunningham, Yankees. First round Jamie Arnold for the A's for Michael. Christian Fouch first for the Red Sox for Michael. Liam Doyle first rounder for the Cardinals for Mike. Prize prospects JoJo Parker for the Jays for Shannon. Refractor Braden Montgomery for the White Sox for John. And refractor Alfredo Duno for the Reds for Andrew. That's filled up the back row here. I would normally put Jamie Arnold up there, but we are full. So I'll put him right here. Franklin Arias, Red Sox. Caden Bodine, first for the Orioles. Cameron Nelson, first for the Rockies. Jordan Yost, first for the Tigers. Caleb Wing, first for the Cubs. Josh Hammond, first for the Royals. Grant Richardson, first for the A's. Ethan Petrie, first for the Nats. Nate George, Orioles. Joseph Zero, first for the Orioles. Griffin Hughes, first for the Mariners. Bryce Cunningham, Yankees. Landon Hodge, first for the White Sox. Reynold Rodriguez, Cardinals. Joshua Flores, first for the Brewers. Johnny Farmello, Mariners. Ryan Weidman, first for the Padres. Esperin Valdez, Pirates. Aaron Walton, first for the Guardians. Max Clark, Detroit Tigers. Mason Morris, first for the Reds. And a green paper parallel, first Bowman for the Mets. Antonio Jimenez. That'll be number 99 of 99. So that one will be for David C. Alright, Chrome first, we have Sean Youngerman for the Phillies for David. Kate Overmueller also for the Phillies. Charlie Condon, Rockies. Mason Neville first for the Reds for Andrew. Brody Brecht, Rockies. Josh Owens first for Texas for John. Kalen Culpepper for the Twins. An Axis insert. It's Arhum Nimala this time for the Jays for Shannon. Refractor first Max Bellew for the Rockies. That'll be for Brian. And then refractor first rounder Brady Abel for the Brewers. Definitely got to put up that. Bellew would also normally go up, but we're kind of full here. I'll tell you what, I'll put Seth Hernandez down here. And I'll put Bellew over here, who's a second round pick next to our third round rookie. We'll see what happens. So we're doing pretty good on our quantity of chrome first rounders and nice refractors. We have Kyson Witherspoon first for the Red Sox. Connor Essenberg first for the Braves. Seth Hernandez first for the Pirates. Tyson Lewis, Reds. Max Bellew first for the Rockies. Chinks & Co., Dodgers. Dominic Reed first for the Cubs. Rock Rizzio, Rockies. Cody Bowker first for the Phillies. Doesn't want to stay here. Leo DeVries, A's. Mason McConaughey first for the Rangers. Arhun Nimala, Jays. Quentin Young first for the Twins. Jackson Wiggins, Cubs. Chase Shores first for the Angels. Cam Caminetti, Braves. Michael Oliveto first for the Tigers. Eduardo Tate, Twins. Marcus Phillips first for the Red Sox. Matthew Mura first for the Cardinals. Ethan Conrad first for the Cubs. And we have a green paper. Oh, it's a green chrome for the Yankees. It'll be George Lombard Jr., 87 of 99. And that one belongs to John. Okay, we got our green. We have our blue. And our fuchsia. We have chrome Yolfran Castillo for the Rangers. Caden Kent first for the Yankees for John. Johnny Level for the Giants. Tatum Gray first for the Rays for Michael. Cooper Fleming also first for the Rays. Jefferson Rojas, Cubs. And first round Zach Root for the Dodgers for John. Prize prospects, we got Eli Willits. Nationals for Christian. Refractor Thomas White of the Marlins for Shannon. And refractor first Adonis Guzman for the Pirates, who's a 5th rounder for Shannon. Another insert there. And another first round pitcher there as well. Alright, we got one pack left. We need to find one auto. See if the Orioles can complete the trifecta or not. Alright, we have Joseph Zira first for the Orioles, Tyson Lewis, Reds, Max Bellew first for the Rockies, Caleb Wing first for the Cubs, Josh Hammond first for the Royals, Grant Richardson first for the A's, Ethan Petrie first for the Nats, Nate George, Orioles, Jose Briseño, Tigers, Malachi Witherspoon first for the Tigers, Jared Thomas, Rockies, Brandon Compton first for the Marlins, J.R. Ritchie, Braves, Charlie Condon, Rockies, Mason Neville first for the Reds, Yolfran Castillo, Rangers, Caden Kent first for the Yankees, Johnny Level, Giants, Tatum Gray first for the Rays, Jacob Morrison first for the Brewers, Dominic Fritton first for the Rays, and it looks like a refractor auto. It is a Giant. Let's see if we can get Gavin Keelan. Yes, sir. There we go. Nice one for John J. 397 to 499 first rounder, Gavin Keelan. He was the 13th overall selection for the San Francisco Giants. So we got good autos today as well. These guys are base. This one is a refractor. Alright, we have Yandel Ricardo, Royals. Nate Snead first for the Angels for Andrew. Ryan Sloan, Mariners. Colin Yeaman first for the Orioles for Francisco. Ty Harvey first for the Padres for Michael. Tyler Bredmer, first rounder for the Angels for Andrew. Michael Selena first for the Padres for Michael. Access will be Walker Jenkins for the Twins for Brandon. Refractor first Nolan Schubert. I think he was a 3rd rounder for the Guardians for Jake. And refractor first Christian Fauch for the Red Sox for Michael. So yes, he was a 3rd round refractor. I can stick that one over here. I got one spot. And Tyler Bredmer. Put him down here. He's your second overall pick. Alright, let's see what we have here then. Alright, so the rundown for today. We have a refractor auto, first rounder Gavin Keelan for the San Francisco Giants. Base autos of first round Ike Irish and second rounder Joseph Zira, both for the Orioles. We have a green chrome George Lombard Jr. for the Yankees. A blue chrome Ching Senko for the Dodgers. A fuchsia reptilian Nate Snead burst for the Angels. A sky blue green of 99 Antonio Jimenez for the Mets. X-Factor Theron Lorenzo for the Tigers, Sky Blue Chrome George Lombard Jr. for the Yankees, and for our refractors we have first rounder Christian Hernandez for the Pirates, first rounder Jamie Arnold for the A's, second and third rounders Max Bellew and Ethan Hodges for the Rockies. We have Gustavo Melendez, I think he's a fourth for the Pirates, Jack Gurevich third rounder for the Cardinals, Riley Quick first rounder for the Twins, Dean Curley second rounder for the Guardians. We also have third rounder Nolan Schubert for the Guardians, Liam Doyle first rounder for the Cardinals, Kane Kepley second rounder for the Cubs, and Brady Abel first rounder for the Brewers. And for our Chrome first rounders, we have Ethan Conrad for the Cubs, Cade Anderson for the Mariners, Gavin Fien for the Rangers, Dax Kilby for the Yankees, Michael Oliveto for the Tigers, Ike Irish for the O's, Billy Carlson for the White Sox, Brady Abel for the Brewers, Charles Davalan for the Dodgers, Liam Doyle for the Cardinals. And then we have Tyler Bredmer for the Angels, and Zach Root for the Dodgers, and Jamie Arnold for the A's down here. So that'll be that for our 34th 2025 Bowman Draft Jumbo break. I have linked you guys number 35 in chat. There's only like 3 teams left, and then we'll do that one again. So thanks for joining. I'll get you guys the results ASAP. We'll have it shipped out by Wednesday. Talk to you soon, everybody.